Alright, what's up world? Welcome to Brian down in Bimini, Bahamas.
What kind of rum is that?
What kind of rum? It's a Bahamian rum.
The Bahamian rum.
Not got this, the Bahamian.
Nice.
This one is Trinidad.
Okay.
Barbados one.
Which one's better?
All of it, but it's Bahama rum.
That's it.
The rum in the Bahamas is always better and stronger.
That's it. Two days ago, Holly and I started our crossing from Fort Pierce, Florida over to Bimini. While on the way, we were beating the weather pretty bad. The boat was hobby horsing like this, and I went up to the mast because part of the stack pack was coming unzipped to go zip it, and I noticed the mast flexing where it goes through the deck, and it would make this horrifying noise, just creaking noise, like it was about to rip the mast out of the mast step down at the keel. So what I did to save the boat, because we had no choice. We had to keep going. The next port was probably within 5 to 10 hours from where we were. So I took a piece of wood, this piece of wood right here. It's a piece of teak. I wedged it up between the mast and this bulkhead right here. This is the main bulkhead in the boat right here. So I shoved it up in between the bulkhead, like up in here behind the mast. It basically pushed the mast forward to where it was touching the deck on the front side of the mast, and it made it solid. It stopped moving, and we actually completed the passage with that piece of wood in between the mast and the bulkhead. Watch this. This is how I found it. Yeah, that's doing a whole lot. Alright, here's the final result. You can see all the new wedges that I just installed. Another indicator that it's nice and straight is look at the gap between these two tension bars. It's even. There we go. Fixed.
With the mast issue and other minor maintenance items sorted out, it was time to check out the island.
Let's steer on this golf cart, babe.
This is a great golf cart.
Being that Bimini is only 7 miles long, you can pretty much see the whole island by foot, or you can rent a golf cart for $10 an hour. We sprung for the golf cart. Our first stop was Big Mike's Conch Stand on Radio Beach. This was one of our favorite places to have lunch. Here you can grab yourself a cold beer and a fresh conch salad. They also serve grilled chicken, fish, and pork chops, which has to be some of the best barbecue in Bimini.
Ooh, this is a steep hill. Shit. Made it.
Yeah. Look at that, dude.
Alright, let's go to the beach.
That's beautiful.
After lunch and a few local beers, we were craving some beach time. Radio Beach is one of the most beautiful beaches we've been to, and a pretty sweet swimming spot.
Alright, so Holly and I finally got away from the boat, and we're doing some snorkeling here on the beach. I've got to say the Bahamas are not disappointing so far. And man, we are just barely scratching the surface.
We spent the afternoon drinking beer, lazing out on the beach, and snorkeling in the crystal clear water.
So a shark.
Tiny little shark.
Yeah? How big was it?
How big is it?
Okay, so that's 24 inches?
Yeah.
If you're going to be in Bimini for just a short time, we highly recommend a golf cart, because it allows you to see the whole island. Just don't expect it to drive very well. The next morning we go lobstering with some of the other cruisers from the marina. Unfortunately, we only get 2, but luckily they are readily available to purchase from the locals. We bought 7 of them for only $25. Later that night, we throw them on the grill, along with some of the cobia we had left from our trip over.
up, then get through.
Brown's Marina has a pretty nice patio setup, which is perfect to kick back, cook some food, and watch the moonrise. With all the post-check-in COVID requirements complete and an acceptable weather window, it was time to leave Bimini and make our way across the Bahama banks to check out other islands.
So we're crossing the Bahama banks from Bimini down to Chub Key, and then we're going to go through the Northwest Passage across the tongue of the ocean to Nassau.
How we going so far?
We're doing good. I think we're about halfway across the banks. We're, of course, traveling into the weather again. We got stuck in Bimini for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks with the weather just, I mean, it just didn't stop, man. Just constant winds from the wrong direction. Today's the first day that it's actually somewhat okay for us to travel. Tomorrow is supposed to be like no wind at all. So we're motor sailing, we're pointing as close to it as we can. We're going across the banks at the right angle. We got to follow a track. There's a track that brings you across safely. We're making way at about 5 knots, and looks like at some point in time we're gonna have to stop and anchor maybe. I don't know that we can anchor in this though. We'll have to see.
I think it's calmer and calmer, maybe.
Yeah. I think the closer we get to the berries, the calmer it's gonna get.
Yeah.
We'll start to get protected by the berry islands.
Okay, so it's day 2. We just woke up. We didn't get very much sleep last night. It was pretty rolling. It's finally calmed down this morning, so I think we're about to pick up our anchor and go find a nice calm spot to spend the rest of the day. I think it's only about 24 miles away, so it should be an easy day sail today.
How'd you sleep last night?
Didn't sleep last night.
Yeah, last night was a little rough.
Yeah, it was rough. So we had to anchor out right in the middle of the Bahama Bank. Because we ran out of daylight, and it's pretty dangerous to navigate in the Bahamas in the nighttime because of the coral heads and whatnot.
Yeah. The bank seems to be okay. It's just when we get any closer to the berries is what we're concerned about.
Yeah. So we just stopped at night and dropped the anchor, but it was rough.
And rode out, put a big old long snubber out, and then we rode out the freaking.
Man, it felt like you're offshore, but you weren't making any progress. It was weird.
Horrible.
It's weird being anchored out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. It's beautiful though. Look at this.
Yeah, but look what you get to wake up to. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so I think our final decision is we are gonna go spend a couple days in the Berry Islands and maybe skip Nassau altogether if we can. So anyway, you ready to pick up the anchor?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, we are underway.
All right, so we're making our approach to the berries now. Creeping in really slow because there's a lot of shallow spots and apparently some sunken channel markers. Look how gorgeous this place is. I'm excited for the berries, babe.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be in the Bahamas, period. This is awesome.
We're ready to get anchored and have a pina colada.
I know, right? Looking forward to those pina coladas, damn right.